Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reggie's Cooked into Life's Lessons. I am pleased to bring to you Helen Higginbotham. Did I say that right? Please say it again for me.
Higginbotham.
Higginbotham. Did I say it right that time?
Higginbotham, yes.
Now, what's special to me about Helen is she is how I met
Congressman John Lewis.
Why would that slip my mind?
I
I don't know either. But Congressman John Lewis, do you know the Get Into Good Trouble Congressman? That is how I met her. She was graduating from Rutgers Camden Law, and she had the honor of inviting the keynote speaker, and that's who she chose. And
my sister hired you to take pictures of us. And that's how we met.
Bam, that's how we met. And that's 100 years ago now,
so
right?
Thank you, Debbie. No. No.
Well, yes, it will.
2000, I graduated 2006.
Oh, well, it's true. That was only yesterday.
Yes.
That was only yesterday.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about all the stuff that she's into, and she's doing this. She got this great program that she runs, and the name of the organization?
When Black Women Gather.
When Black Women Gather, and plus she's doing other things. She's well traveled. She's well versed. And I'm going to slow down and let her tell us about some of the things that she's doing, and how when the things she's doing with her organization When Black Women Gather. I saw an interview that she had done recently. I said, oh my goodness, I got to have Helen come and speak with us. But while what we're going to be preparing along with her conversation, we're going to make Chicken Parm Pizza.
Okay.
What?
Yes.
Chicken Parm Pizza.
Yes. Helen in the kitchen. What?
Yes. This is a very simple recipe.
Okay.
This is what we're going to do first, Helen. First,
Yes.
no, what while you're talking, right, we're going to chop up this chicken. We're just going to chop the chicken into little pieces, because we're going to wind up throwing it into the blender.
Oh.
So we're just going to chop it. And Helen is a perfect person to have here with me, because Helen don't cook.
I know nothing about a kitchen, so anybody who knows me, they're probably getting a real kick out of the fact that I am in a kitchen. This is probably the first time I've ever touched a chicken fillet that wasn't cooked.
Now,
and I'm not even exaggerating.
And that's wonderful, because this program is about, this is called Cooked into Life's Lessons. Now,
okay,
and the first part is cooked lessons, and then we got the into life lessons. Now, and I tell everybody that I let them know that I am not a professional chef, that I am a cooking novice. And the reason why we're doing this for people who don't know how to cook, but might want to cook something and don't know how to go about it.
Should I cut these smaller?
Yes, please. We're cutting them into little cubes, cubes. Yes, cut them.
Gotcha.
The blender is going to blend them, but
All right.
Okay, so we're just cutting them into little cubes like that. So please, Helen, how you want to start off? You want to start off nice and relaxed and tell us a place that you traveled?
Well,
or do
I don't know. I guess, I'm a local girl. I grew up in Glassboro, New Jersey, went to school at Clayton. And I left Jersey. Mommy died in 80. Ouch. Hey, I cut my fingernail.
Please.
But my mother passed away in 87, and I left Jersey maybe about a year and a half after that. I went to D.C. And never came back until I went to law school in 2004. I came back and went to law school.
Now, had you had any college underneath your belt while you was in D.C.?
Oh, yeah. So when I was here, I went to undergrad at Glassboro State when it was just, great place to be. Lots of black students. It was just a good experience. And then when I went to DC, I didn't go to DC to go to Howard, but I ended up going to Howard and got my master's. Yeah. So I was averaging a new degree every 10 years. And then I came back here and went to law school at Rutgers.
In other words, guys, she's smart.
Some days.
She is not slow. She is not slow. And you know what? That is one of the things that really I really admire about Helen, is that she's intelligent. And you know, you still can talk to her.
Oh, yeah. I'll always be down to earth. I can't stand pretentious people. Yeah, most people say, I didn't know you were a lawyer. I'm like, good. All right, so is this good? I mean, like,
yeah, oh yeah. I love the fact that you're an attorney.
Yes.
And now that's going to go into here. So we're gonna we'll take yours. Let's just drop that in the sink behind you. Okay. So folks, as you see, we cut these into.
I cut chicken. I cut fresh chicken.
Yes.
It's a first. When I tell you it's a first, it's a first.
So
I'm a horrible eater.
So I'm grooving with that, because if you know, this is the first time that I'm doing this chicken parm pizza here. So because a lot of, as of right now, I haven't done anything on my my Cooking into Life Lessons show that I've done before. I have everything that I've done.
It's something new.
It's been new, and us and the audience are doing it together for the first time. So so we rocking this together.
Okay.
I don't think I need any more than that. Okay, so I'm gonna throw this behind me. I'm going to here you go, Helen. Please, and you can grab that soap and rinse your hands off.
Okay.
I got some paper towels. I got paper towels right here, and I got a fresh bowl over there. Okay, so far,
so I
so
survived
good.
that.
Yes.
Over here.
Yes. Okay. So now we have all a few different seasonings. Oh my goodness! Usually I have the menu and stuff and ingredients written right there, but I don't even need to do that, because this meal is so simple. It's so simple like that. Like you use a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Adobo is just something that I put in there. Paprika, smoked paprika. Italian seasoning is what I'm putting in there. And this is a poultry season. This is a mix. So that's something else that I'm putting in there. But you need tomato sauce, because this is a pizza, so we're going to need tomato sauce. And I have some mozzarella cheese and some parmesan cheese. And I have some parsley, but it called for basil. But when I went to the store, of course, I forgot the basil. So, and of course, I already scooped up the seasonings so that we can just put this mix in there like this. We'll put it in there like this. Now this, again, this is one of the simpler recipes that I'm doing. And we're going to hit pulp. We're going to hit and let it, I don't know whether I'm supposed to keep pushing it there. I think that it's supposed to do its own thing. But now,
How do you know when it's done?
keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Now, hold on just for a second. Now, Helen asked a good question. She said, how do you know when it's done? Now, all I'm doing is pushing in there so the big chunks will go down. Because it pulls, this blender, it pulls this stuff down.
Wow.
So now I'll put this back on there, and then I'm going to hit low. And it should stay in. There you go.
I didn't even know you could put meat in a blender. I'm not kidding. I only eat. I'm a restaurant queen.
You hear this? You hear this?
They probably didn't hear that.
You hear this? I don't even know if I should repeat that one.
Why? I don't cook. I tell you, I don't cook. I have no use for a kitchen.
Oh,
I
she
know.
had no use for a kitchen.
I told him I didn't even know you put meat in blenders.
So now, what we're going to do here, now we took these two cake pans, the little 12-inch cake pans. Now we're going to take saran wrap, and this was something else that I hope I have enough of because I was supposed to get some more of this too. Okay, so I got this piece. Now I'm going to put this over here like this, and actually I'm going to give you a piece because when I was at this, I saw the thing that says put me on your shopping list.
And you forgot.
I forgot. But we ain't dead yet.
All right, cool.
We ain't dead yet. All right, so now we're gonna we're gonna put this over your pan like this. Now I'm gonna pull another piece because I'm gonna pull another piece and all we need to do. No, I don't want you to do it like that because I want to make sure that I'm gonna do. Let's pull this over just a little bit.
Okay.
Now this is done so that it overlays like this. Again, remember that the pizza it's no dough. It's no bread dough.
Oh,
It's no bread
that's
dough.
what I was wondering.
See, we doing good. We doing good because I sure got enough now. I'm good now. I'm really good now.
Great.
So now we so we're good there. Just stick that right underneath there, right on that shelf, right there.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha,
just stick
gotcha.
it right in there. Now, oops, every time I lift that, I keep throwing that to the side. Okay, so, this just comes up. I twisted it off. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to put this in here.
Wow.
In your pan.
So a breadless pizza.
This is bread.
Interesting.
Yes. Now I'm gonna leave this. I want you to have this one because you're going to use this as much as you can to spread this in this pan from corner to corner, about maybe a half an inch thick or something like that. That should be. And you smell the seasoning on it?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more. So we're making this round, and you take this one and you try to spread it as much as you can, the best you can. And me, see, I ain't afraid to get it all on my hands. That's why I'm giving you telling you
I'm not afraid. I could have gotten my hands dirty again.
So again, Helen, she's like I said, she's told me she's well traveled.
Life has been good. I actually, when I was at Glassboro State, I decided Spanish was my minor, and I decided to travel to Spain.
Spain.
Yeah, I had never been on an airplane. Never been anywhere really. And my mother drove me all the way to Kennedy in New York, and just swore I wouldn't get on the plane.
Keep talking.
I got on the plane, and I went to Spain, and I've been trying. That was 1982. That was my first trip, my first continent, and I've been traveling ever since. And now I've been on 6 of the 7 continents. I've driven across the country.
On the 6 of the 7.
Absolutely.
That's traveling.
Yeah. I only tell people that story because I try to encourage people. And right now I'm teaching adjunct, and I tell my students all the time, travel, see the world. You have no responsibilities. This is the time to do it. And once you get the bug, you got it. So, yeah, from there, you know what?
I'm watching you, Helen. You're doing a fantastic job over there.
Okay, well, it's all the corners are covered.
You're doing a fantastic job. Now,
yes.
What we're going to do, once we get this all covered like this, we're going to take, and you're going to fold the saran wrap over it. Now, and then once you get the saran wrap over it, you're going to push it and make sure it's nice and flat and to the corners. You know.
Okay.
You know.
Gotcha.
Yep. Like that. Just like that. Just like that. You see how she's doing it, guys? See how we're doing it? We're taking it to the edges. This is the chicken that has been pureed, or we'll say pureed because it looks creamy. And this is for the chicken parmesan pizza. Now, she got grooves all in hers.
Oh,
so
I don't want. Is that wrong?
I don't know. I think you're supposed to make it flat.
It is flat. Oh, it's not flat. Okay,
I
wait.
think you're supposed to make it flat. So we want to go to
I
the.
made it as flat as I can, Reggie.
There she go. But
me see.
none of this is perfect.
All
None
right.
of this is perfect. Doesn't
Okay.
have to be perfect.
All right.
Now we have to put this into the freezer. This goes into the freezer. So what we're going to do, it's going to be in the freezer till it's frozen. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a break and we're going to come right back with the frozen ones. With the frozen
Just
ones.
like that. It'll be
So,
frozen.
Reggie's Cooked Into Life Lessons. Helen Higginbotham.
Higginbotham. That's so easy to say, Reggie.
It is so easy to say.
Higginbotham.
You should see me when I'm trying to speak Spanish up in here.
Uh-huh.
We'll be right back, folks. Thank you. Hold tight. Okay, folks. We're back.
We're back.
And we, of course, we pureed the chicken. We put it into the blender. And I'm saying pureed because we got all the chunks out of it when we blended it up. And, of course, we put the seasoning into it. And you guys all saw that. Now, we are, what we're doing is we're going to make, that is going to be the Parmesan chicken crust. That's going to be the crust of the pizza.
Oh, wow.
So we turned the vegetable oil on because after we coat it, we're going to stick it back in the freezer for a few minutes, and then we're going to deep fry it. Now, but before we get started on that whole process, I want Helen to tell us more about her group, When Black Women Meet. Now,
I will.
there
Okay.
you go.
So when Black Women Gather, I started it probably like 2014. I mean, I always dabble with it.
Mm-hmm.
And, I would do things like have brunches or, we had Bill Duke zoom in with us. We watched his film. I don't know if you remember Dark Girls. He did a film and I called him. I found him on the internet, asked him would he zoom in and talk to us after we watched it, and he did.
Oh, the director?
Yeah, that was
Oh, so you
fabulous.
reached out to him. Now that's
Yes,
exciting.
yes.
That's
I
very
tell people that
interesting.
because people thought I knew him. I didn't. I literally went online, found an email address. The first one didn't go to him. The second one did. And I said, will you zoom in and talk to us? And he said yes.
That was nice.
Well, I guess it was Skype back then. So, I would do things like that. But it was periodic. I'd do something here. I'd do something there. I'd host community events at the local theater. We would, any black film that came out. Demetrius Robinson. Do you know Demetrius? Okay, you probably do. But anyway, Demetrius started doing it with me. But we would start just...
Because I know two Demetriuses. Are you
Yeah.
talking about the one at the place on Harrison Avenue?
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
think so.
I don't-
But anyway,
okay.
so I would, take out the theater, and they would actually give us the whole theater. We'd watch the film, and then we'd stay in and have a community discussion about the film. It was really powerful. So I became known as the movie lady, but that was all through When Black Women Gather. And then came the pandemic. I also took a group of women. We went to Alabama and did a Black History, because I do Southern treks. And I decided that I would take a group of women. It was 18 of us. We had a wonderful Black History-filled trip. It was fabulous, fabulous. And then pandemic hit.
Now, and did y'all fly or y'all?
So we all came, 18 women coming from around the country. We all met in Montgomery. Brian Stevenson has you heard of the Lynching Museum?
Yes.
Yeah, so we went. That is what is drawing people there. But there's so much Black history down there. So we did Montgomery, we did Selma, and we did Birmingham. We went to the 16th Street Church. We crossed the William Pettis Bridge. We did a libation to our ancestors in the middle of the bridge. It was just fabulous. So,
That's nice. See, because
yeah, it was
now,
good.
because
It was good.
really, when you think of people having organizations, they're always usually something to, would you say, give people hand ups. They're all, they're more so like that. But this sounds like more so of a educational thing, a theme of educating people on history.
So it's a lot. Okay, so really, when Black Women Gather is about bringing Black women together in spaces that are created just for us. And it's about Black women engaging and passing on traditions and stories. Like, we've stopped doing that intergenerationally. So we like to have older women and younger women for whatever we do.
You saying that because our sisters
Yes.
had stopped doing that like our grandparents
Right.
used to do.
Right. Yes.
So that's what
That's the premise of
That's
it, that
the
we
premise.
would come together, and we have events where we have other people in our circles, like when I do the things at the theater. That's just a community, and that's why Demetrius helps me with that.
how do
So that's
how do
everybody.
people get involved with your thing?
So let me say, since the pandemic, though, it's grown into something more.
Right.
Because when the pandemic first started, I was home by myself, and I figured a lot of people were, and I was like, I'm a social butterfly. I don't cook, so I love to eat out. Oh my God, I'm going crazy.
Make sure you tell them.
I'm going crazy in this house. So I started having, I just sent out an email to maybe, I don't know, a few women, and it was about maybe 20 of us. We got on the call and just like, what is everybody doing? How are you surviving? What are we all doing to stay sane? And that was in March, and it is now December. 36 weekends later, and every Sunday we meet. Our group has grown from that 20-something to rarely is it less than 100 women who show up on Sundays. We do Zoom calls. And we have all kinds of topics. We've done a fundraiser for Dr. Green, who is a young Black physicist who has cured cancer in mice. And now she's trying to...
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen that. I've seen something
Yeah.
about
And Nikki
that.
Giovanni came for that. I mean, somebody got her for us to come there for that one. And for those of you who watch Queen Sugar, I'm friends with Tina Lippert. Tina came. Tina also does some inner fitness stuff, so she had already done some exercises with us on another Sunday.
I know Queen Sugar. That's
Yes.
Which one is that? The one with
She's
the braids?
Aunt Vi.
Oh, the older woman.
Seasoned.
Oh, seasoned.
Seasoned woman.
Excuse me, folks. Now,
Excuse.
sisters, I don't mean
But
no
yeah,
harm.
so we've done all kinds of things. Like tomorrow, we're going to talk about, Black women. Are we our sisters' keepers, and how do we look out for each other? We've done all kinds of
So,
stuff.
how do they reach you?
Oh, so for those of you, I have a website, www.whenblackwomengather.org. You can go there and sign up, fill out a contact form, and get in touch with us that way. Or you can go to, we have a Facebook page that has over 5,000 women on that, and it's called When Black Women Gather. So you can contact me through there. And you can always email me at HLHIGGIHOHiggy@hotmail.com.
Now that's great information. And guess what? I am going to get her to repeat this.
Okay.
I'm going to get you to repeat this.
Okay.
This is the fruits of our
Oh
labor.
boy.
Now, what we're going to do...
So, I didn't smash mine small enough then.
So anyway...
Oh, okay.
anyway...
So am I
now,
wrapping this?
we're taking it
Okay.
off. We're taking the saran wrap off.
All right.
And of course, we're going to... now we're going to put it into flour. That's trash. So okay, we throw that right behind us. Now we're going to put it into the flour. You see, we have the setup here.
Okay.
We have the flour, we have the egg wash, and we have the breadcrumbs. Okay. So now I turned the fire off on the grease because the grease was, I could hear it
Getting too hot.
Not too hot, but getting hot.
Okay.
But because these have to go back in the freezer for a couple minutes, for like 15 minutes, it says to put back into the freezer.
Okay.
I turned the grease off. So what we'll do is we'll put this in the flour, you know, and cover it in flour. You know, get the flour all over it.
Like
You know.
Get flour on my hands.
Yes. Get the flour all over it.
All over my hands.
Again, this is the best part about it, because she is not a cook
At all.
and so now we
Okay.
got yes.
Miss Higgy, that's what they call me. It's
Ah,
in the
come on.
kitchen.
Get some,
Oh, we
some-
need more?
Yeah, get some flour.
Oh.
And make sure you're gonna get flour all in the crevices and all that kind of stuff, and
okay.
flip it over again.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So now she got the flour all over it, right? So now what we're going to do, yes.
Okay.
Yes, now let's put it in the
egg?
egg wash. Yeah,
Oh,
put it
leave
in
the flour on
yeah,
there.
Yeah, yeah. I
Okay,
think
stop-
you're supposed to
stop
do
shaking.
that.
Okay.
I think you're supposed to do that. Now, maybe I'll give you a spoon.
Both sides?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because we're gonna yes.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said maybe you need a spoon or something. You're gonna have to
You gotta get it to stick on there.
yes,
some
get it
kind
on
of
there.
way.
Get it on there.
Okay.
Get it on there,
Gotcha,
and then
gotcha.
I'm going to come over on this side while you're working on that side, get that all. Because everybody's wondering how you're going to get the chicken to be the crust of a pizza. So now
Okay,
we
it's not
see
sticking on
how
this side at all.
this is going to be done.
I don't know what I'm doing. It's not okay.
You heard her.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what I'm
But
doing.
she's
I'm
moving
here
right
to
along.
Tell you. I'm here to tell you this is okay. You better. take
No,
it from
you know what
here.
I would do?
What would you
This
do?
what I would
Show
do.
me what you would do.
I would tilt it like this.
Oh, that makes sense.
I would do it like this. This is what I would do, and then maybe spin it around or something like that, just to get it, because we know it's getting on the bottom now,
Gotcha.
and so yeah, we
This
still.
side though, I was having an issue with. All right, that's a good way to do it.
That's what I would do, and again, I told you this is the first time that I'm doing this, so and even you see, I would even take my hands and
Yes, I see.
and get it all in there and get the egg all over.
All over like you're
Yes.
supposed to before
Yes.
it goes in the breadcrumbs.
Yes,
So the
yes,
breadcrumbs will stick because the eggs are on it.
yes.
I got that much.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
All
my
right.
goodness.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yes.
Very good, Reggie.
Oh my
Good
goodness.
thing one of us has a brain.
Okay, now I would put it in there, and then I would be putting the breadcrumbs all over it.
Okay, we got it. This part.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, do it like that.
Oh my.
Yes.
This is why I don't cook, folks. It's messy.
What?
Messy.
It's messy.
Oh.
Oh yes, this is the part. Now this is the fun part.
Oh,
Is
this
this
is?
not the? Is this
Yeah.
not the fun part?
Whoa.
And just think if you.
I'm the eat out queen, so once it's done, I can tell you whether it's good or not. That's all I can tell.
Mhm.
And I'm a picky eater, so it's not even like I eat out. I mean, I eat out, but I'm not.
So that
and
is
that's
good.
the thing too with
Now,
me.
sit that down for a second. Grab that cookie sheet behind you,
Okay.
so we can sit that on
Let
the
me
cookie
rip off
sheet
my hand.
because, like I said, it still has to go into the freezer for a couple.
so that the breadcrumbs stick on it good.
Well,
or something?
it's stuck on it. I don't know why it say go back in the freezer for a couple minutes. I didn't invent this recipe.
Okay. All right. So now we want to put
Yeah,
it on
yeah.
here.
Just there. Just sit it on there.
Okay.
Sit it to one side because we're going to fit two of them
Oh,
on
we
there.
are?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Very
maybe
good.
we won't because it don't look quite big enough.
Okay. Yeah, this one's bigger.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So far, so good.
Yes.
Cause we doing it, and we is doing it.
He is doing it.
Yes.
You know, it's so funny because I travel so much.
Mhm.
You know, all these continents. People think that I'm like this connoisseur of eating,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not. I'm a horrible eater.
Oh my
And
goodness.
even when I'm traveling, I'm very picky about what I eat. I have to see it first. Does it? You know, I look. Does it have the consistency of something I can, relate to? So.
Yeah.
interesting.
You know, like the rest of y'all folks
Yeah. I'm
that
bad.
don't want to mess around in the kitchen.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
Yes.
the best part is
Yeah.
she is in the kitchen.
I'm
with
in the
me.
kitchen with Reggie.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
This is quite a feat.
And
Trust me.
I'm enjoying it, and she is going to have something to talk about with her lady group friends.
Oh, they won't believe it.
Yes, that's going to be the part. And she's going to say, she's going to say,
like,
yes.
You did what? You cooked? You did what?
She's going to say, and we filmed it.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, and you know what? This is the.
I love how easier you did that than I.
Well, we're going to leave it at that because hey, now we're going to come over here. Let's come over here and wash our hands off. And because it's saying the instructions for cooking this, folks, is saying to stick this in the freezer for a couple minutes.
Okay.
For a few minutes. So we're going to stick it in the freezer for a few more minutes.
Helen in the kitchen. This is funny. Even to me.
She said she's enjoying herself. That's what she said.
What?
She said I know what we're gonna do.
What are we gonna do?
I know you drink that orange juice, and I'm gonna fill that glass up with a glass of wine. Then, boy, she's gonna be kicking them jokes when we come back. All right, we're gonna take another break because we're gonna let that be in the freezer for about 15 minutes. We're going to turn the fire back on the grease, so that'll be nice and hot. So when we come back, all we have to do is drop that in, and then we're going to put the mozzarella cheese on it and the parmesan cheese. Oh, the tomato sauce, then the mozzarella, then the parmesan. Then we're going to stick it in the oven, and then it's only going to be in the oven like 10 or 15 minutes to melt the cheese down on it because the chicken crust will be cooked.
Right.
So all we're doing is melting the cheese, and then we'll be ready to close out. But we're still going to have some talk for you. Okay. So don't go away too far, folks. Reggie's Cooked Into Life's Lessons with Miss Helen
Higginbotham.
Yes.
Just say Miss Higgy. How about that?
Miss Higgy. We love having you guys here with us. And we're enjoying this just as much as we hope that you are watching us. And we're learning a lot from Helen, Miss Higgy. I can't believe I went there. But we have the grease.
The grease is hot.
The grease is hot.
The patties are breaded.
I don't
know if you call them patties.
Yeah, but they are like a patty though. Okay. So, except that they, you wouldn't think they're not like 2-inch patties. So I'm just going to take this over here, and I'm just going to drop this in.
Okay. He is putting it in the hot grease.
Again, what I thought was really interesting with Helen's work, I took some ice cubes out of the ice maker, is again that her organization is they do. I guess you do give back stuff, right?
Oh yeah. When I would do the things in the theater, we would give a small stipend to. We draw names for local nonprofits, so we would give a small check to whoever that community was. Always have great door prizes, and it's the interesting thing is that just to learn who's in the community.
Yes.
And you'd be surprised the people who live amongst us,
And the fact that the intellects.
Oh yeah.
And because of the fact that if you find out, I think I'm talking over my guests.
No, it's okay.
But because learning is such a powerful thing, to have a group like yours with intellects, women.
Well, the beauty that I love about what I do is that we don't care if you're a janitor or a CEO. Nobody has a greater voice than anybody else in the room. One of the biggest compliments that I get is that people feel that even though, it's lawyer heavy because I'm an attorney, so a lot of people, but you never know. I mean, everybody, we're just women. We're just women who come together, and all those things that divide us, churches, sororities, all that stuff. We don't, just leave it at the door. Your ego,
and those are great things, but those are great things for their place.
Yes.
Those are great things
yeah.
for their place. But again, to be doing that because, like women, I'm saying women. I guess it would be men too, because men could do the same thing.
Right.
but we have people who have time but don't know what to do with their time.
Right.
But that gives them something to do with their time that's not a waste of time.
Right. Well, I think the good thing is for us is that we bring people together from all walks of life, from all generations, and we all have either common experiences that we need to know that other people are having, because sometimes you think it's just you going through something, but it's really not that way. And also, it's an opportunity for the janitor to be in the room with the lawyer and to, learn something or to hear something, or for the lawyer to be in the room with the janitor, because sometimes, we get a little up there, forget, real life situations for people. So it's just a great thing. It really is. And I think for black women, there's something special about us that I don't think anybody else has. That, we come together and we vibe off of one another. I say if I die a million times, bring me back as a black woman every time. Nothing better.
You hear that, sister?
That's right. Every time.
She says she's proud
a black
to
woman.
be who she is.
Absolutely. Every day the good Lord sends.
You hear that, young lady? Mama, grab your daughter and let your daughter hear the attorney say that.
Yes. Well, we should. There's something special about, we call it black sister girl magic and what have you. But there's camaraderie that we have. Like when I'm with sisters, I feel, like we just understand each other. There's a clique. I've done conversations recently with black men and with white women. I'm going to do more conversations, but the thing that I'm into at this point is having difficult conversations. They call them difficult conversations. I call them necessary conversations, but we call them difficult because we don't want to have them. So, I want to have more conversations with other people. And we've had a couple of conversations with white women. And it's just very powerful because, they ask me what can they do. I'm like, you all need to have your own circles and start talking amongst yourself. And some of them are. So, but there's a lot of value in conversation. It isn't, and they want action. A conversation is action. Because in a conversation, there's, you raise somebody's level of consciousness, you hear something you hadn't heard before, or you just find out that you're not the only one dealing with whatever the issue is. So if somebody walks away with a nugget that they didn't have before, that's your action.
That is what I say all the time. I say that that everything you hear is not meant for you. But there is stuff that is meant for you to hear.
Right. Oh, I like that.
I was saying, look, folks, so now I got it on the tray so that the grease is going to drain off of that. That's going to drain off of that. And now I'm going to throw the other one in, and we're going to let that sit there.
Oh, it smells so good.
Yeah.
So is this how, when you fry your chicken, you do all this?
Huh?
When you do fried chicken, is this what you do?
Do I?
No, I'm just saying. Like you said, you don't shake the bag anymore.
No. Yeah, because I put the flour in a bowl and I just put it in there like that. Right. So we're gonna let the other one is frying.
Smells delicious.
And because we're gonna wait and put them both in at the same time. We're gonna wait.
Then it goes in the oven.
It goes in the oven so that both of them be done. And because they're the decent size. They're like more so like a personal size.
So now I'm getting the Parmesan thing.
Yes,
I'm feeling it. I'm chicken.
Yes.
Parmesan pizza. It makes sense.
Yes. And see now what we'll do. We have the bowl, and because we're gonna garnish this with some parsley. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to grab another bowl.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab another bowl, and I'm going to open up this can of.
Tomato sauce.
Yes, tomato sauce, and I'm going to throw some seasoning into. I'm gonna put it in here and throw some seasoning in it, some Italian seasoning, something like that. Well, it's not over there, but just so that the sauce has some flavor too. That way, when we do our thing, I'm gonna throw this into here.
Right.
Okay, so.
smelling like pizza, everybody.
Yes. It is doing its thing.
So I was trying to think, like, where's the crust? But I see the crust is on the chicken. That's where the crust is.
That's right, yes.
Yes.
So, okay, so now
Okay.
I'm just, like here, see, because we can take, this is, oh my goodness. Roe told me what kind of salt this was. Oh, and I forgot. But this,
I certainly don't know.
it's not
sea salt,
yeah,
right?
I don't know. She might have said
I
sea.
don't know.
She might have said
have
sea
no
salt. No, I don't think I think I would have remembered that. But then again, I don't remember much. Sometimes. You know how us humans do. I sure remember whatever I want. Like how much my part costs for my motorcycle. This is I'm gonna throw some Italian seasoning in here rather than just do that. And this is over here because oh look, I done stepped in front of the
Oh, you did.
yeah, but that's all right. That part will be cut out.
Cut it out.
That will be
Yeah.
cut out. Okay, so I'm gonna do.
Well, you got it for this one anyway.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this like this. I'm gonna put a little, because again, we season everything.
So I use oregano. I do know oregano.
Okay,
I see it.
or Italian seasoning, yes, and because that is some oregano in there.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna sprinkle just a tad bit, a little obey, just to add some flavor.
Okay.
Again, we always cook to our own taste. So I put some of that in there, and then I'll take a spoon and just mix it in there.
So let me ask you, since we're talking, how did you decide that you wanted to do this?
Oh, see,
Since you're a novice.
in my first episode, we get all of that out because I was in my first episode that I did. I talk about grieving, and my brother was a cook. Now what we're going to do? We're going to do this. We're going to because this is how this is done.
I love it.
This is how this is.
I'm anxious to taste this. I haven't eaten all day.
And so then we're going to do this like this. We're just going to spread this on here like this.
Like pizza sauce.
Right. Now get your mozzarella over there, please. Yeah. Now, and put your mozzarella all on there. All on there. Yes, put your mozzarella. You got to put it on there. That's good. That's going to be.
I like cooked cheese.
Yes.
I don't like raw cheese. Don't ever give me cheese that's not been cooked. Just so you know, in case you're having me over for dinner.
Now, the best part is that this grease, remember the first one I stuck in, we had to, I think you need a little more cheese, yeah.
Okay.
And trust me, I brought a fresh
like
bag
cheese.
today, so I have another bag. Even though that ain't gonna take a bag.
Yeah.
Now, that's good. I think that's good.
All right.
Well, that's gonna be you eating that one. Let's say
is that too much cheese?
No.
Oh, okay. I like cheese.
And now get some Parmesan. Get some Parmesan. Get the Parmesan down. You can sprinkle the Parmesan on top.
Oh, Parmesan is not my friend, but if it's cooked, I can tolerate it.
We're gonna
enough?
well,
That's enough.
yeah. You're eating that one. I'm gonna flip this one over here now. This is.
Oh, so I have dinner? Is that what you're telling me?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh yeah. I
Good.
just flipped that one, so that's going to be crispy on. And again, it's not like you have to cook. And here I had the spoon. I pulled the spoon
Now,
out
do you put
the
this on
handle.
top or no? Not yet.
Not yet. Now we're going to put the other one right here, and then we'll stick it in the oven on the broiler, and then we'll be wrapping it up.
He is cooking.
We's cooking.
We are cooking.
We are cooking. This is because it looks exactly like we want it to look. It looks good. It looks good. It does. And now I believe I'm gonna throw this in the oven right now.
Okay.
Now, you know what? It's gonna be in there for 10 or 15 minutes. So we're going to step off for a couple minutes. We'll be right back, and then we'll be wrapping it up. I really appreciate Helen stopping through and blessing us up with those gems of knowledge, especially because it was so, let's say, woman orientated to tell about your group. And so that, and then you ladies can reach out and be in contact with her, find out what they're doing, and see how you can be a part of it. And you can subscribe to my channel, because if I can get her in here, and so far so good, she ain't throw nothing on the floor and give up on nothing, we doing all right. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Reggie's Cooked into Life's Lessons. We're back, folks.
We're back.
We're out of the oven.
And it looks delicious.
That is groovy.
Yes.
That is groovy.
Yeah.
She knows which one is hers because it has the toothpick in it. We got the pizza cutter.
We've got wine.
And we have...
And y'all know I don't drink wine. I'm just showing off with Reg.
She's showing off. She's showing off. Oh, here we go. Now, we're going to garnish it with some parsley.
Okay.
We're just going to...
Sprinkle a little bit.
Just sprinkle a little bit. Just like that. Just like that.
No, that's too much?
Yeah, well, yeah, you know, you can brush it off.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so here's where we go. Here's how we do this.
Right.
Oh, yes. Now, Helen was asking me, how do we know when it's the chicken has been on there long enough? First of all, it's only like a half an inch thick. Well, a half an inch, 3/4 of an inch. And we already said that it's in there for like 15, 20 minutes.
And the grease.
In the deep fry. And the grease should be hot before you put it in there. And then once, you'll see like the edges will be brown. And I just didn't take it out of there with the top all light, not as brown as the bottom. I flipped it over and left it in there for another 10 minutes. So it definitely is in there for 15, 20 minutes. So then it's going to be done. Now I'm gonna let you cut your own.
Oh, I can take mine home. We can eat yours. Okay, but
is that what you want to do?
Sure.
Now I thought you said I had too much parm on mine.
I'm just tasting it.
Okay. So then you can take yours home. That's not a problem.
Okay. But I probably don't have one of these at home.
So you can. Well, we'll put it in something. We'll put it in something.
All
We'll put
right,
it in something, and you can cut it. Because somebody around here bakes, so we have these things that you'll be able to put it in a box.
Oh, okay, got you.
So that's not a problem.
Wonderful.
That's not a problem.
He's taking
So
care of
we're going to taste mine. So then that means I'm going to cut this a little more, one more time.
Yes.
And in fact, I'll cut this one more time.
This looks really good, people.
Folks, hold on. Look, this is how.
Now, who would think it's chicken, so you don't need another meat on it? Like,
No.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
perfect.
so we want to grab our
ready?
slice. Yes.
Okay.
Grab our slice.
Yes.
Reggie's cooked.
Oh, wow.
We're
Can
gonna.
you see it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. This
Yes.
what we do. We put it up there
Yes.
so they can
You
see that.
the inside of it.
Yes, they can see all of that. Go ahead. You can do
All
that.
right. Oh, no,
Not yet. Not yet. Go ahead. Show it off.
Yes,
show it
yes.
off. Point
So
it
you can
at that
see.
camera. Yes. Now,
Yeah, so you
now,
can see that the chicken is
now,
done.
Helen,
Very good.
please give your organization a plug, please.
Oh, okay. So when Black Women Gather, you can find us on Facebook at When Black Women Gather. Just let me be clear. It's an organization for Black women only. We'll invite other folks in, but our membership is Black women only. And you can find us on Facebook. And if you go to whenblackwomengather.org, you can fill out a contact form, and I will add you to our guest list and invite you to our Sunday afternoon Zooms. Every Sunday at 4 p.m. we meet online, and it's a wonderful gathering, and I hope that you will join us. And thank you for giving me this opportunity.
No, thank you for being here with us.
Yes.
With us, because we is us, right, y'all?
We is us.
Now, Reggie's Cooked into Life's Lessons, Chicken Parmesan Pizza.
Yes.
We getting out of here, folks.
All right. Thank you, dear. This is good.
Yes. Mm, mm, mm.